Hi and welcome. My name is Katrina and this is our Vampire the Masquerade stream, the Interludes, scenes that take place between the end of Season 2 and the start of Season 3. And as you know, dear viewers, we are currently focusing in on a story called The Guest that actually has a guest. And before we start this evening's episode, because I think we had some murder, there might be some murdering. I would like my dear players to introduce themselves as well as their characters.
Hi, I'm Marianne. I play Siobhan Price, 10th generation Toreador and Primogen.
Hi, I'm Toye. I'm playing Christopher Masters, 10th generation True and Prince.
And I'm Daniel, the guest. I play the Prince of Daggers, also called the Autumn Knight, which is also a murderer. Who's soon to be wearing Jonathan again.
He likes to slip into Jonathan.
That sounds dirty.
It was meant to be. Yeah, it's starting.
Slide.
It sounds dirty, but it is worse.
Yeah, I was to say it's worse than dirty. If it just was dirty, it would be fine. But this
He wishes it was dirty.
He wishes it was dirty.
Jonathan or Prince of Daggers?
It's a bit of both. Well, last episode, it showed the Prince of Daggers doing a said dirty deed with some different outcome yet to be explained. But as far as he knows, the target is very much not in this realm anymore, and his head is off his neck. Neck.
Necks.
Yes, he's got a very singular neck.
He's a Hydra now.
Yes, there will come several, and they will.
I mean, technically, he has two.
Oh. It's going to be one of them episodes. I can tell already.
Technically, he's got 3.
I don't want to play this game.
I don't want to play this game. I'm out.
What? They chopped the poor boss's head off, did they? And taken with him?
But isn't that... Well, it's slowly decomposing or vanishing, right? If it's not already...
Yeah, he isn't old enough that it
No, he didn't bring the neck.
No.
That was...
No, it will just decay slowly.
It'll rot.
Please, dear viewers, have patience and sympathy. I think you're going to need a bit of both for this. Before we find out the outcome of said dirty deed, we are going to go a little bit back in time to view our dear vampires' activities this evening, as they have arranged a red herring, a meeting at the Elysium.
We like those.
So, with no more hubbub, let's jump into the scene. As I need to know if Shiv and Chris are going to the Elysium in different vehicles, or if they are joining, or if they are bringing anyone. Anything else I need to know?
Didn't JJ drive you?
JJ is driving, but we can pick you up on the way.
JJ's always driving.
Sure. I think I was driving, but yeah. No, that's a good plan. I like it.
I think
JJ
it's going to be some time
witness.
until Chris gets his driving privileges back from JJ.
Yeah, he's on it back.
Mummy.
Yeah. Yes. No more skylarking on his own.
Yeah, no.
Getting shot.
It's bad. He needs his nanny. Well, then his very, very nice town car picks up a Shiv. And I'm sure we all want to know what attire you both have decided to wear for this Elysium gathering.
I described it last time. I cannot remember today, so I'm just going with I think it was a velvet dress, kind of going in and then out again, big ass A-type skirt, long thing, hair up.
Maybe purple? Was it purple? Maybe
no,
purple.
It was green. It was green because Eve was
purple.
wearing purple. No,
True.
Eve was wearing purple. You stole my dress, but she
there you
did.
go.
Mm-hmm.
Christopher's wearing a black pinstripe suit, 3-piece.
See, I remember yours.
Yeah.
Got his cane.
How's it?
And brown Oxfords.
All right.
And I just remember the other part we were going to talk to them about, Marianne. It was also about the safety situation, because I warned you about the thing with the hunters, and I think we're going to need to give them a little heads up as well.
Yes.
Well, you can have that little discussion in the car as Shiv enters the town car and you're on your way to the Elysium.
You look splendid, Shiv, as always.
Thank you. Likewise.
Thank you. As well as talking to them about the guests and the reasons why I let them into the city, we should probably also give them a little warning that something might be happening on the streets, that there might be some safety issues from the hunters. If they're going off the reservation and start a crusade, we should all watch our backs.
Darling Christopher. Is that who got you?
Oh, yes, well.
You're limping, dear.
Not 100% sure, but I believe it's the same fraction, yes.
I thought you were... Well, I'm not going to call us friends with him, but I thought you had contacts there.
Well,
And I
actually,
thought-
it's Sean that's the one with the closest contact with them. We should have had him here now. We could need him. Maybe he could have calmed things down. But that's not the problem. The one we've met is not the problem. I'm given to understand that there's been some new arrivals who, how do you say, don't exactly toe the company line. Or maybe they are the ones towing the
How
company
did-
line and she's the one that's not. I'm not quite sure about that.
I'm sorry, but I'm curious. How... And I'm guessing JJ's driving, right?
Oh yeah, very much so.
And I look in the mirror to her. How did you let this happen?
You see almost a snarl.
Perceptibly, Christopher shifts a little further away from Shiv. Just in case something happens, he doesn't want to get caught in a...
What did you do, Chris, to
Believe
deserve this? I
you
mean,
me,
What I did...
Imogen. I feel probably more broken about it than even his bones do. We've had a
Let's
talk.
let's just say that it's kind of hard to protect yourself from a man with a high-powered rifle. They do have a range of...
And you do like to wander off, not follow all the rules, don't you, Chris?
It's what's got me where I am today.
Exactly.
You almost
And
hear,
I pat
JJ actually
his
say,
knee.
should put a bell on him.
Well, I did
it's just
offer her to
vague.
wear. I did offer her to wear a GPS tracker, but seems to she's forgotten that part. Fortunately, cutscene to Christopher sleeping during the daytime. Someone with an injection gun.
You've been chipped.
But Chris, you have to be more careful if that is true.
Well,
You are a high-valued target in the city, I'm sure.
No,
Even
yes,
if we
it's-
are...
But we were supposed to be
friends, not
safe, weren't we?
friends.
They were supposed to be a... You have to talk to Sean about that. But, I guess keeping a low profile would be a nice thing for an immediate future. Let them go after these nightmare creatures instead. This...
A strategic misdirection, Malish, would be advised.
Could we get something like that?
I would very much like to set a ghoul task force to effective and efficiently make sure.
Sure, the ghouls would not be affected by these... Whatever, humans, technically.
Deal
Their
with them
powers.
once and for all, or just keep them in check?
Keep them interested and gazing elsewhere. Of course, the ghouls would subcontract to humans, far
Give
away
them-
from our hands.
Give them a
Cannon
monster
fodder.
to hunt.
Excuse me, sir.
Give them a monster to hunt. They want to hunt monsters. Give them a monster to hunt. Some clues, some stories in the news, some strange animal tracks or something like that. I mean, then certainly must be some sort of mythical creature we could pretend stalk the street and have them looking for.
Excellent idea, sir.
And I mean, the morgues are full of bodies that could be used as, well, victims.
Yes, maybe something ritualistic, like happened the year you entered the night.
Yeah, that's not a dumb idea at all.
Torsos showing up with weird markings on them, white pebbles and such.
Yeah,
Maybe we
yes.
could
Uncarved.
then stage some.
Yes.
I have.
Keep them running around chasing on a tail. That sounds like a good idea.
Or a really bad one.
I'll create a plan for it and present it to you, Malish.
Excellent. And now the player is starting to be just a tad suspicious, but Christopher's not, so we're not gonna mention that part.
Well, as you chit-chat, you arrive at the museum. And you're parking at the back entrance that would lead you in and down to the Elysium. There's only 2 cars parked.
I'll actually get out and I'll open the door for Chris.
Oh,
Beating JJ probably for it.
Christopher thanks, though he feels it in his male Italian bones. This is just wrong. I mean, it's half right, but it's also half wrong.
It's
Why do you think
complicated.
she's doing it?
Sneaky pass.
Part of his mind is screaming. But, well, let's get this show on the road.
Age before beauty and all that?
Damn, I'm actually older than you, yeah.
Well, JJ follows suit behind both of you. You see Mr. Nightingale is waiting at the entrance point.
I give him a courtesy bow and say, good evening.
Malish.
Sheriff.
He stares at Shiv up and down.
I will extend my hand to him.
And I'll just walk past in and let those 2 kittens play their little ritual out on their own.
He takes it, and he bows very gracefully and kisses it, and says, Primogen.
Nightingale. And I'll go in.
You hear a short exchange of courtesy between JJ and Mr. Nightingale as they follow suit. Within the great halls of the Elysium, with all the columns and stone-slabbed floor. Again, it's weird. Every single time you enter this hall, you are reminded of the night that you were deemed worthy to live in the night. And the other weird things that the former Montgomery decided to do under a certain memorial. You can see Anton and Amber Rivera, the Malkav Pyramidin, stand there. And Odd Molly, of course. Did you ask, refresh my memory, for anyone else to be there? Was the crow supposed to be there? No, because he's off doing the thing in Bob. Yeah.
Well, Christopher will walk forward and he'll first greet. Dearest Odd Molly, I must thank you for opening up the Elysium for us for this meeting at such a short notice. We are in your debt.
Her whispering voice, she, of course, my prince.
And dearest Primogen of the Clan Malkav, thank you for agreeing to meet us at such a short notice. We
Prince,
are humbled.
they say in unison.
And Christopher smiles and keeps a straight face while thinking, still weird.
Albinos, and they speak in unison.
Yeah. Only thing would more be creepy if they'd been conjoined.
Well, they should have been. That would be amazing. But a breach of masquerade in many, many ways. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'll follow suit and I'll courtesy them.
Oh, and they curtsy back. You are Primogen.
Primogen. Odd Molly.
Primogen.
Well, I'm sure you're busy and have things to do, so shall we get right down to brass tacks?
Of course, Prince.
There's actually 2 points that I, myself, and the Primogen of the Toreador clan would like to discuss with you this evening. The first concerns the guest that's currently staying at Miss Price Hotel.
Mr. Castor.
Yes. I know it came as a bit of a sudden decision to let him in as a guest in the city, and it struck me that I should offer you a full explanation of why I did so.
We were concerned, as one should be. We all know what happened in Chicago.
Indeed, indeed. And it's partly to avoid that thing that I let them in. They strike me as well-intentioned enough, but they are, without a doubt, without fanatic, someone who deeply believes in his cause. And I talked a little bit about this as well with Miss Price, as she has graciously let them stay at the Y. And I do believe you agree with my session that if we had not offered them hospitality, they would have found some other way to gain access to their city.
We do not disagree with this, they say.
But I will assure you that they have been promised to keep himself on the best behavior, and should he in any way introduce any chaos, he firstly understands that he will be banished from the city and not welcomed back. Of course, there's the fact that some people have a tendency to create chaos without even intending to.
Which is our concern.
Which is
If
why
they
I'm
are stepping
hoping-
out of bounds, we have eyes on them. Better to keep them close. I'm sure you would agree.
If it's deemed necessary for them to stay, and there is concern of them, regardless of that, sneaking into the city, it's agreeable. We understand.
There's also the question of course, of their clan, his clan belonging. Though I understand he is quite a fringe element within it, a sort of a cult of him unto himself, one might say.
We've been concerned that he might be a red herring of sorts for that clan to see our weaknesses and how agreeable we are to troublesome sorts. This is concerning. We are looking
Yes,
for information.
I most appreciate it. I've been thinking about something along the same lines as well, which is one of the reasons also why I let him in. I'd rather to keep someone close and on a watchful eye where we can feed them more or less the narrative we'd like, but also because I do not wish to either appear weak nor provoke their clan. Their position
understand.
in the night is still an open question. I mean, their affiliations and the future plans is all uncertain, and we certainly don't want to give them any reason to become, what shall we say, tighter with certain rival institutions.
And that's why we are concerned of this caster from this certain clan being something else. It is important for us, because we support your claim to the throne and your position as prince, that you are not seen and looked upon as too green. Your
No, I
pedigree
understand.
and your lineage should perhaps be more clear to all clans unsure of their allegiance to the throne. If they just see you, a young one, they are very, very mistaken. You are from the master's house.
Indeed, which is also why, if he should in any way or shape or form overstep his mark, I assure you that the eyes and ears that we have will most certainly be able to divulge it and reveal it, and the resulting actions will be firm, fast, but also fair, and would in no doubt send a clear message should he be here in any form of bad faith.
Because we have been discussing, after the Anarch attack, you showed good force and form, uniting the different clans and protecting the city. But we still worry that outside forces, and maybe rats in our own backyards, will have forgotten already your valor, and only seeing a young, unexperienced prince. We think, and our advice is, as a loyal subject to the throne, is that you, Prince, you need another powerful event.
It's not a bad thought. I agree. Shows of power does send important messages. Representation of the role is a key part of ruling.
They talk and they gesture in the same manner, but they're not copies. Like they don't like, but they kind of lean and they move, even though they use their hands a little bit differently. We firmly believe that older creatures, and we are of decent generation ourselves and have spent more than a night in the night. We
Indeed.
respect the old laws and the old ways. If you are deemed too modern in your govern, well, we worry.
I assure you that my vision for this city is to fully live up to the ideals of the Camarilla and its traditions, but some methods must, if not change, at least be adjusted if we are to prosper and survive in this modern night. World is changing, and the increasing numbers of younger blood that the anarchs are pumping out will preserve a problem.
We do not disagree. We do not disagree at all, but we still believe there is a need to show force, power, and precision. It can be in a modern way, but the meaning needs to reach the old ones as well.
Well, any suggestions will be openly welcomed. Then, of course, there is also another thing, something that we just learned of, just recently picked up information, which was also something I would like to hand over. And that is that it comes to my attention that there might be some, I think they call themselves hunters in this city.
They're both
Some
recoiled.
new ones. And they might be actively searching for prey. And if that is true, I would suggest people to take extra precautions and to keep a low profile for the next couple of nights. Just to be on the safe side until we know more. And if this information proves to be right, I myself and my security experts, JJ, has a plan of at least, what shall we say, throw them off the scent of our kind, at the very least.
Whatever we can do to help with these hunters, they are a threat to all, beyond
Indeed.
Enemies and friends.
Exactly. And also, even though they do not affect us in any way, if that could also inadvertently disrupt the balance and equilibrium of the city.
You are the head of this household, Prince. And if the hunters prove the city weak, that is also a problem that falls on you.
Exactly. Which is why I will take steps to gather more information, but the one advantage we do have here, which is also one of the strengths that I feel that the Kamura possesses, and that is too often overlooked by both our enemies and by certain elements within our own ranks, is our ability to influence the mortal society. These hunters are just humans after all, and they are subject to this nation's laws. I mean, what we don't necessarily need to do ourselves, we can have others do. You might kill someone, or you might make sure they spend a few years in Sing Sing. Both achieves the aim we want.
There's more ways to kill a rat, as they say.
Exactly.
And if you don't burn them out, you can starve them out.
That as well.
There might
But I
be
felt
a
it
long
would-
game to the hunter problem. Let us marinate on it, dear Prince. We are quite
Please do.
clever when we put our minds to it.
And I'm sure
know that for a
Nightingale as
fact.
well will have some brilliant ideas.
Of course, he says. All of me and my capabilities are at the Prince's disposal.
Otherwise, when it comes to our guest, I do hope he will soon finish his business and leave.
That would, I think, would be agreeable.
Yes, opening will soon come of his little exhibition. He says the words with a bit of a half question mark, half disdain. And after
Yeah,
that
it's
is
a
done,
mere
I'm
couple
sure
of
that
days.
and I'm sure after a suitable time has passed and he has fulfilled his quest, as he put it, I believe, I'm sure we could politely ask him to move along.
Or forcefully. Whatever you please.
Yes. If the courage does not suffice, one will always be able to use a stick.
And then you see, Mr. Nightingale, I am more than willing to show them the boot, so to speak.
Excellent, excellent. Otherwise, they have behaved themselves at your place, have they not, Miss Price?
They have, and we have been keeping extra eyes on them. There has not been anything out of the usual, the normal, as what we have heard.
Should I deem a composure on that one?
I don't think so. Because
Really?
she's thinking of something completely different than what you're thinking of.
For her, a bit of realistic
Fine,
humor.
fine, I'll do
Isn't
some
that pretty? But isn't that pretty much every day for
Yeah,
Siobhan?
Yeah.
I'm thinking that that's not out of the norm for Shiv.
I'll have 4 successes, so
She fancy.
yeah, it's business as usual. But I don't see any signs of what... But again, was it that happened exactly in Detroit? I don't think it will happen here. They
We
have
hope
actually...
not. It was a dangerous flirtation with a breach of the masquerade.
We are keeping them in check. At
We
least.
are always concerned about stability and upholding Camarilla law. And that is absolute in our
Of
conviction
course.
and our belief that that is the only way to rule and govern a city safely.
I think we all
completely
in
agree.
this room obey and respect those laws. Equally.
We are very glad to hear that.
And we can only hope that the rest of the city's kindred population does likewise, and not let personal ambition overshadow tradition or common sense.
Wise words indeed, Prince. If we are to come across anyone that would harm the throne and the city of Boston and the Camarilla law, we would be sure to call upon the sheriff.
Excellent. and I have the utmost faith in Nightingale's capabilities in that respect.
Oh, he bows. My liege. He smiles and then he looks really oddly at Shiv with his glasses.
I'll just
And
smile at him.
And once again, Chris feels that, that was the best choice. It really was the best choice. I mean, it was out of the question to pick a went through, and we couldn't pick a went through. This was probably the best choice.
He's a stickler for rules.
That's just what he wants, someone with OCD.
And he's not the Black Duke.
No. She's not a homicide vengeful cat's paw for a...
Hey, stop with the No, okay. Just judge him. That's fine.
All right, so...
But, of course, as always, if there's anything else the clan Malkav needs, my door is always open to the permission of such a fine clan.
We will be sure to grow soon, my liege. But according to tradition and law, you will be the first to know.
Excellent. I give you joy of it, and I'm looking forward to meet the person. And of course, if you at all feel that this Hansa business proceeds any sort of problems or you need some extra security for any matter whatsoever, do not hesitate to contact. And he gives them the business card of his security firm, Stick Securities. They can provide you with ample security of any kind.
They look at it. They politely pocket it. Probably will never use it.
Now he just needs to learn how to use magic. Well, like maybe he can talk to
De Winter.
Amber about that in the future.
Oh, no, Amber. Oh, De Winter. You have a house wizard and a pocket wizard.
Yeah, but she's... I mean, yes, he does, but how far does he trust her? Well, she's too light. He could actually probably manage to throw a little bit. He trusts her about as far as she could throw... let's think about this. What are the biggest vampire in the city?
Who's the biggest now? Oh, Bob the dog.
Yeah. Probably as far as he could throw Bob the dog.
So the meeting fizzles out, as you have done
After
your
that,
red
it's like,
herring.
yeah.
It's chit-chat, but this is more of... the prince has been
You
very
don't need
seen.
you don't need to try to prolong it. It's down to the business and as to leave, of course, he once again makes sure to thank Odmole kindly.
She bows very respectfully. And of course, my liege, I am here to serve.
And, well, I think we exit, don't we, Marianne?
Yeah, I'll do my...
Yeah.
As they do that, the camera's going to pan out as the autumn night and his visitor, the old one, leaving him with fair advice or warning, however he likes to take it.
Yeah, in a totally not intervening way. Yep.
Don't intervene, but don't do like I do, but don't.
I
But no, you
don't
did.
intervene. This is what you should do.
Goddamn Faye.
Yeah. Standing there, still in the visage of the prince, as I could technically wear this for 3 days. That I wrote down.
Yep.
It's one of the few things I wrote down. Well, I'll walk towards wherever, because I assume I was told where the car would be, and not just walk to a car and hope it's the right one. Walks toward where the car is, and on the way he will look for a trash can or like a large bush, just somewhere to ditch ahead.
It's so undignified.
Oh yeah, I'm not here
so...
to dignify anyone.
No,
It's not.
you
Well,
don't.
at least not the dead things.
No, it's a dead thing. No.
Yeah, they're already undignified.
Yeah, so you just further undignify the dead thing. That's undignified. So no worries. There's bushes, shrubs, trash cans.
Yeah, just somewhere where I won't have to throw it too far, where it can sort of just walk by, dump it
Yeah,
out
but
of the
boop.
bag.
Yeah, no worries. Easy bush.
Keep walking on. Walk towards the car, and just as soon as I see the car, I'm just gonna take a moment to sort of just wait around and see if there's like standing 4 people, like, you know, just around the corner that keeps peeking on the car and waiting for something to happen. When he feels safe enough, he'll walk up to the car and open the back door, and hopefully Jonathan is in there.
You see he's still trying to move, and you see your driver, he's smoking something, and he's listening to smooth jazz.
Yeah, you know what? I think the autumn night can respect some smooth jazz. As long as it's not freeform, because then it gets too chaotic.
That murder me, please don't do murdering. Do it now. No. This is proper constructed jazz. No,
then he
bananas jazz.
Well, the bag sort of gets thrown into by the feet of Jonathan, and then the very normal and natural writhing of the body. Looks towards the driver to see.
He flicks out the cigarette and he adjusts. Everything all right there now, sir?
Yes. Take me to the Y, please. Or close by.
Of course.
Stop close by, but not too far away.
I thought you said stop, and he's like, no, he drives.
Just like hits his head.
You feel, I don't know, is he happy with the murder? Did he feel that, was it too easy? Was it like to be expected?
The murder was just a task. It's still the thing on his mind is the next meeting with this Queen of Bones. Is all he's thinking about, and like
difficult part. Yeah,
how trying to predict how she'll try to weasel her way out, and what she will try to do instead of giving him the book and such, and what he's now thinking that this place has been too complacent in this world, and the complacency has become a poison, and just will no longer be complacent. He will no longer be happy with just being.
Conviction.
And she is potentially in the way. And if she is in the way, bad things will happen. If she doesn't get in the way, you know, maybe there will be a thanks.
Well, we'll see. Well, you arrive a block away from the Y.
Yeah. First, before stepping out of the car, is just going to look for, because he knows there's some cars that always stands around, you know, totally not suspiciously. Probably a van with some somewhat friendly ghouls at this point, but just looking to see if there's any other cars of like larger size that could contain a unit of hunters. He's paranoid.
As he should be.
He was like less than 24 hours ago. He was almost shot. It's still very fresh. He'll get out. He'll bring the bag. He was thinking about leaving it, but no, bring the bag. Head back to the Y, and sort of the one thing he learned in this world is to look actually both ways, because back home, you know, royalty don't have to look before they cross the road, and in this world they're savages. Enter back into the Y if he gets there.
He's so worried I'm gonna do something.
Oh, I'm just waiting for it. It's not worried if you're gonna do something, it's when you're gonna do something, okay? And I know how my players feel because this is how I'm towards them as well. So
I'm just like, dude, get
Yeah.
I'm taking one step into the foyer.
One step.
Does it explode?
I touch the door. I open the door.
What's happened?
I roll out of the way in case the door tries to bite me.
Nope. No. You get safely and soundly back into the
He goes back in and sort of nods to whoever's in reception.
I think Adnan still is at work, or has he?
Oh, I
Eve.
think I no, because I am going to meet Eve at the club.
Of course, yeah. So it's probably not
So-
Adnan because he's probably having a little
Yeah.
bit of a snooze.
Because
No, it's
Yeah,
not. He will work nights. He is still up and he nods. Mr. Black, he says.
Has Miss Price returned yet, or is she out?
Not yet. But I expect her not too long.
Well, when she gets back, let her know I'm back, and I'll be up in my room. And he just stands there and just looks into the air for a moment, thinking of if like, is there anything he needs? He's sort of just trying to feel out the bodies. Like, nah, he's good. And he just walks off.
He gets nothing.
Yeah, no, but he will stand there like awkwardly for like 10 seconds, just looking into the air, just slightly off, and then just walk.
into the elevator.
Pushes a few too many buttons.
So it's gonna be a nice ride.
Yeah. Gets back into the room and sort of he's going to Jonathan, leave him on the bed, and then take a moment of sort of just go through some meditation and going through everything that happened this night on the kill and just the movements and all that, as someone who trained would do. Even though it went well, was there anything that's was it because he did it well, or was it because the enemy was unprepared and he's just sort of go through that paranoid mentality of somebody who's never quite happy enough with their
this has to go well for him to honor his pledge and to feel the sweet grass underneath his feet on his way to the autumn hall. So close, you can almost taste it. On that little note, I'm gonna do a cutscene before we take a little break. She stumbles through the street, her head maddening with every step. It's ruined now. How is she supposed to be fixed when he's gone? Damn those fucking undead things. That's okay. We have enough of them. Let's get to work. She moves quicker, faster, almost not touching the ground. Songs singing in her head, voice screaming in the back of her skull. I've been good for so long. Damn them. They will know who they're fucking with. On that note, we're gonna have a quick break. Back in a few. Bye! welcome back from the break. There's gonna be some phone calls right now.
Yeah, you said phone calls. I heard some fun calls. I'm like, what?
No.
Maybe some fun calls.
You
Where
should
do you-
see on your phone that you have several missed calls from Eve.
Clarification. Am I in the car with them or on our way out?
You're in the
are
car. Yeah.
Okay.
You're
Where
on,
do you
you're
want
on
us
your
to
way.
drive you, Shiv?
I want. Can you drive in the direction of the crow? I might change my mind, but I have a
Yeah, sure.
appointment,
No problem there.
and I'll call Eve.
Mistress, I lost her. She went. She screamed.
Callisto?
Yes. She acted bizarre. She was speaking in a language I don't understand. She screamed at me. He's dead. He's dead. It's ruined.
Those her exact words.
Yes.
Where is she now?
I don't know. She ran fast. We are what we are, Mistress.
Eve, you
but
have legs, right? You
I
could have
could
run
not-
after her.
I'm sorry, I couldn't keep up. Mistress, please, I tried.
Where are you now?
I'm in a car.
On your way
A safe
home
car.
or where?
Yes. I tried to look for her. I did, Mistress. And then you see you have an incoming call from Adnan.
Eve, I will meet you at home. Adnan needs me. Click. Adnan.
At the same time, I'm sure the prince also has surveillance. His phone stopped ringing. But we'll get to that. You answered the phone from Adnan.
Mhm.
Mistress, I need you home. I need to know
down. Calm down.
I've just checked the surveillance of the room with the guests.
Yes. And?
The group of humans are killing each other. The door is barricaded.
Interesting. Christopher,
Yes. Is
do
everything
you
alright?
want to... No, it seems like the cult is killing each other. Do you want to...
What? Is it happening, isn't it? I was praying that they wouldn't end up with another... God damn
Well,
it, this
we
turns out to be
don't want to
another
panic,
Chicago.
so do we want to go full protocol? JJ, Nightingale, and the rest of them.
They're humans, all of them, are they not?
Yes, but we don't want a scene either.
You hear
No.
Adnan talking.
We need it contained.
But mistress, there's more. There's more.
Yes?
I just saw minutes ago, before the killing started, that Miss Callisto came floating in the window.
Floating, you say? In which window?
To the suite.
So this is her doing. Huh. Well, make sure they don't bother any other guests. Contain it, please.
Of course.
And
Security
maybe
team immediately.
call in the prince's assistance as well, if you need to.
Of course.
And I just hold the line.
But
Chris.
now, Chris's phone is blowing up from his security team and his ghoul,
He'll answer it.
my leash.
Yes.
There are strange activities
At the
Within-
hotel.
within said room that we have been surveilling.
So I've been told they're going bananas, nuts, killing each other.
Yes.
Is it very noisy? Is it very... Will it arouse attention from the outside?
The amount of blood being spilt, sir. Well, if it's... We do not know. We are on standby. Do you wish us to engage?
1 second. Shiv, what do you want? Do you want them to be...
Well, if they
Taken
kill each
out?
other, they fix their own problem, don't they?
Yes, as long as they don't kill us all in such a way that your hotel attracts any unwanted attention.
Well,
I mean, you don't want the hotel...
that's
you don't
the
want
only
police
thing
to
that
show-
I don't. No, exactly. So I would like this contained. But still, there is some protocol that might help us contain this and make it... I don't think... Well, there are other guests in the hotel. And there are eyes and ears. I'm sure that aren't just mine or yours.
Well,
So
if
I
you
think...
If you need any help, my team might provide some, what shall we say, trouble elimination.
They also say
I
that...
just want how many are still alive in there? He asks his ghoul. Do you have had a number?
As far as we can tell by now, 12 of them are dead. There's 8 to go, sir.
I mean, if we could keep this quiet, that would obviously be the best thing, but I don't think we can.
Can you? Well,
And
I mean,
Callisto
people,
is there.
8 people. How many sniper teams are in position?
2 teams, sir.
That's probably going, even with silenced weapons, that probably is gonna take a bit of work. What is your protocol, Shiv? Do you have any way of... What is... What did you say? And he asks Ghoul. Okay, I'll ask. What sort of fire prevention systems do you have, Shiv? Is it sprinklers with water, or is it halogen gas that removes all the oxygen?
I think Marianne wants to go with gas, but no, because that is that like fire boom bad? Sorry, I don't know. It's just yeah.
Essentially, it's like argon or halogen. What
Yeah.
it does is it plants and presses away all the oxygen. So you
Yes,
remove
okay,
or
that's
start
what I
the fire
thought. I
oxygen.
just needed to be sure before I make a decision. So that.
Well, my security team advises it you could just, if the doors are locked and the windows are not easily open, that you engage the fire suppressant in the room and...
Do you detect a fire inside that room, perhaps?
I detect heat and rising.
Well, contain that.
Of course, mistress. As they think of this, as they think on this...
No, we're not thinking, we're just hiding.
You're doing. We're gonna elegantly come and sway into the room where the autumn night is contemplating all of his actions and moves. All of his... You smell it for a minute. Magic. Old. Oh, that's old. It's almost dancing in the air. It's raw. It's very raw. And it's not very contained. It's leaking. Someone's almost like they've opened up all the vowels. And now it's like, it's for you as a fae, you can taste it in the air. It's ritualistic. Someone's doing bananas shit very close to your vicinity. The taste is weird, sandy, old. And as you do so, I want you to do a perception alertness. Awareness, actually. Perception awareness, yes. Oh my god! You automatically flick around because you are good at murdering and you're good at covering your own ass. You see that Jonathan has managed to crawl over glass eyes, and he's reaching for a knife. And he's crying and he's smiling. But he shouldn't be able to even move that way.
Okay. Strike two.
May
One
I?
more, and you're out.
I mean, he's asking, it's consent, please? And he's asking for it.
No, Luke, just bear back that poor
There's
Jonathan.
always time for lubricant.
Of course you can. You do it automatically, and it's not. You don't have to roll for any because this is just a natural thing to do, and you don't feel it the moment you step in, but you feel it the moment after you've settled. It's singing. It's an old world from this world, inspired by your kind about old gods. This is from Africa. Yeah. This is from Africa. These are when you lot inspired people to believe in specific gods, and magic created specific gods. You have, this is before your time. These are old, forgotten things that a human would even know how to sing these songs. You can feel almost like a perverse joy within Jonathan, like he's hearing a calling of salvation, like come over to the plains, come over to the fields of wheat and of gold. Leave your troubles and your tired bones and body and cross the sand. And it's such a beckoning, and Jesus, if Jonathan has so much issues with moving around, if any other humanoid form or human hears this, they will be compelled to travel. You almost, yeah, but that's actually do that. You almost feel like you want to grab for a knife again, and you're like, "God damn it! Stop it! No murdering of oneself." Cutscene. Right before you do the phone, I'm gonna let them finish off that little bit.
If you need any assistance from them, the add-ons have the team's number. They'll go in if you need any help. Should we perhaps, notify the sheriff? I mean, this is starting to look like, I'm forgetting, what's it, Chicago?
Detroit.
Yeah.
No, Chicago?
Chicago. As he says Chicago,
yeah.
You see a burner phone number pop up on your screen.
No. It starts ringing on another phone.
It starts ringing on another phone. Yeah, here's the burner phone. Yep.
I'll have to take this. Yes?
Don't send your humans into the Y.
I'm rolling here.
Yeah.
To listen in.
Okay. Can you tell me why?
Something's going on, something old, and well, humans are very susceptible. Even my Jonathan started moving on its own, and he shouldn't do that.
And he's singing blissfully.
Is it magic?
Oh, very, very powerful magic. If you send your people in, they will start, well, with whatever weapons they have, will start shooting everyone and everything.
Ah. Shit.
I'm gonna go have a look, and then you just
Yes.
hang up.
Okay, Shiv, don't send anyone in there. Apparently it's old-time magic and any
I've
humans
asked,
are quite
I've asked
susceptible to be
Adnan
controlled.
to close it in and not allow anyone in
Yeah.
or out. So,
Lock off the stairways and stop
Adnan,
all-
have you
Others.
used the gas yet? I ask while he's.
Did you want to use gas? Because he's
Yes. No, that's what I.
he's released gas.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this gas, is it knockout gas in that sense?
No, what it
It's
essentially just does is
killing.
it just pushes all the oxygen away, so there's no oxygen to breathe.
Yeah.
And thus
So
starve
if
and
you're
fire
human, it's kind of bad.
You will faint, but
Yeah.
not immediately.
No, it will take some
After a little
time.
bit.
He
I
says
mean, it's a
he's done
large
it.
suite, isn't it? So
Yeah.
technically it's probably
Yeah, he
take
said
quite a
it's
long time.
done. And
Christopher, you
the
need to
floor's
know
locked down.
that Callisto is there. No reaction? Fine.
Is she?
Yes, she floated through the window.
She
And I'm
what
wondering
now?
if she is floating, might this attract your dear friends? Perhaps.
That sounds impossible.
Yes,
Actually,
it does.
Can
exactly.
I roll an intelligence on that? 3 successes. Could you just be? Sounds like it's not one of your clan's powers, isn't it? Like astral projection or something, or is that someone else's? It doesn't sound like something she's actually doing, isn't that?
Well, if the gas knocks them out, we'll find out, won't we?
Yeah, yes. We should I'll call Nightingale and have them pick up. I mean, if she's there, then she's there, but find out where Castor is. He's got some explaining to do.
Sorry, if I tried listening in, I tried listening in. I had 3 successes.
Yep.
Do I
Yeah.
know that it's him?
Yeah. You have
Did you say
excellent
sorry?
hearing.
Did you say magic, or did you not?
Yeah, he said magic. I asked magic. I said magic, and he said yes. So
Okay. Well, I'm just worried after what you said. This might attract the hunters, wouldn't it?
You're also worried because there's something else in the Y.
Shh.
I'll make sure my team outside keeps an eye open. If the hunters try, they should meet with severe opposition.
But
I don't
yes,
think.
if this is Castor's doing,
Yes, I mean it sounds like Chicago all over again. Fortunately, you got
does.
to contain, and our emergency protocol seems to be working fine, and I must commend you on your hotel's ability to manage problems.
we do
it's
contain things, don't we?
most stellar and exemplary, Miss Price. I am impressed.
On that note, I'm gonna fly the camera back into the Prince of Daggers. What is he jumping out of there, Jonathan? Who wants to go to the forever pastures?
Yeah, I think he's gonna go out of Jonathan, but then grab the back of his head and sort of just smash him into the wall to knock him out.
Yeah,
Just-
that will do it.
Just to be like, okay, I can't have you moving around,
No.
so some
give-
damage will do.
You give Darius Jonathan 2 health damages by doing
Yeah,
that.
that's absolutely fine. That's just he's fine. He still has more. He's not dead. But yeah, and then just knock him out, and then be like, all right, start thinking about where he's gonna.
You taste it now. Also copper, iron. This is not your world's magic. This is magic that's been distorted, forbidden. Someone's taking something beautiful and making it perverse.
Yeah, I'm just gonna to wildly assume that one of sort of the night things, doing sort of night, is to stop perversions of this kind of magic.
That would very
Yeah.
much follow underneath his honor protocol.
Yeah, so brings out, opens the bag, takes a bunch of knives, just quickly, just assumes, takes some knives, and then going to, because the roof, that was like 1 or 2 floors up, if I remember, because it wasn't on the top floor, but the roof.
Now Shiv can chime in where he's positioned compared to where Callisto and Cass's room is positioned.
Jesus, but I can't even remember. But I don't know if you were 1 floor above them.
I'm
And I
either
think
I'm either 1 above or 1 below, but I don't remember.
yeah, that's I can't remember either.
I
Let's
think
say-
I think he was below.
Okay, if you're 1 below, then you're on the 7th. They are on the 8th, I
Okay.
think. Then, but you are then also on the same floor as the rooftop
Okay.
of
Yeah.
the next building.
Then he's gonna go sort of run out to the rooftop and sort of to get a side view of the building to try to figure out where whatever this is happening. If it's right above him, if it's below him, if it's
You sense it, you taste it, you smell it, all of the above, and it's coming from a very clear. And whatever's happening is there's a momentum to it.
so it's building up.
Oh yeah. It's only one way of doing something so vulgar, and this is not something your kind does, but it
No.
demands a soul sacrifice.
Ooh.
You do not do that. That is
No.
not your jam.
No. He is in the moment seeing as all of these things that he knows he's promised so much, but he's in sort of his his mindset of a knight. So he will try, as soon as he figures out where it is, try to get to it to intervene. However bad or terrible idea, because I assume it's either bad or terrible. It's one of the two.
Bit of both. Bit of both.
Yeah.
Bit of both. I'm gonna get some dice ready because you know that's gonna happen.
To just see if I can see anybody or anything related to it. Something I can start
I'm gonna-
throwing a dagger at, or
I'm gonna do a cutscene again where he gets to do something, and then I'm straight back into our main vamps. As you, I'm guessing you climb up to at the window.
yes, with his. Now it's really
Claws.
useful with having claws and being really long, so you
Yeah.
know, you can just reach.
It's
them.
it's spider monkey moves.
Yes.
You look in, and it's insulting, and it's horrific, and the beautiful creature that Callisto is, like inspired, interesting, whatever that thing is, that's not. It's sitting in a pool of blood, chanting away, hands out, creating energy.
Can I do a thing?
Hold on. And there's so much blood and bodies. It's perverse. Back to the Vaps in the car.
Christopher sends one text, which is to one of his security detail team, the one who's been sitting in a van where the feed from the surveillance cameras at the exhibition to Castor is, drive to the rendezvous point, which means he just leaves because everything was backed up onto recorded on a disc there. And then he's going to look over at Shiv, and he texts, but it doesn't text. It writes a text, but it doesn't send it to her. But before I do that, I want to do a resolve composure roll, if that is okay, to see if he's tough enough to do it. Oh yeah, 6 successes. God damn it, God forgive me things. And he texts, and what he writes is about Callisto. And he doesn't send it, he just writes it in text. About Callisto. Personal is not the same as important. And then I show her to Shiv. I look at her, see if she catches an understanding. And then I Don't know.
Shiv is smarter than Marianne. So
Yeah, I'm
she
not
probably-
catching
but
it!
I don't.
It means like, yeah, go ahead. You just pump in the gas. It's like, yes, she's personally important to him, but sometimes there are other things more important than what's personal preferences.
Okay.
Sometimes
Yeah,
you
well,
gotta let,
she doesn't tell him that Adnan has already done it. But I just nod at you. Adnan, can you please hold? And yes. Don't go too close, please.
I've made damn sure that nobody's approaching said area.
Good.
Since this is happening at your...
Actually, yeah, hold on. I will call you back right in a minute.
Of course.
And
of
I
course.
will call Sakura. I will hang up and I will call Sakura.
Since it's happening in your premises, Primogen, have I your... Can I get your agreement on contacting the sheriff and have him pick up Casta? I mean, clearly this might be a prelude to whatever happened in Chicago. He must answer for his crimes.
I completely agree.
And I'll call the sheriff, the dear Mr. Nightingale.
He answers.
Mr. Nightingale?
Sheriff, that's me. Prince.
Siobhan Price, the Primogen of Torcan, has informed me that there are some disturbance at her hotel caused by the followers of Casta.
Oh no.
No, she has a perfect good contingency plan and is containing it, and it will cause no problem outside. We all expected that this could be a possibility, and I must commend the Primogen of the Torian clan and for her intelligence, foresight, and planning. They have contained the situation most perfectly, and admirably so, I might say. But this is clearly a breach of the term of contract for why I granted him, in my benevolence, him to be a guest in the city. I would like you to round him up and have him brought to the Elysium, where we will pass judgment and banish him from the city unless he has a bloody well good explanation for this.
Of course, my prince, immediately.
And also, if you can find that ghoul of hers, she must be secured as well. We cannot have her running around doing her master's bidding. I would appreciate if you'd keep it on the down low for now, but please inform the Malkav Primogen and let them know that it's all being managed.
Of course. We're gonna let Shiv call Sakura before I'm gonna give some more interesting information through the eyes of the autumn night.
We're like a call center down here.
Welcome to my life.
Yeah, only because I got in the car with you.
You hear Miss Price?
Evening. Apologize, but I don't have time for chit chat. Are you at the Y or close by?
Very close by, mistress. It's not mistress, Primogen. Ooh, not Eve.
Can you please go and assist Adnan? And
Is
there
there an
might be
emergency?
some. Well, there are blood, there are bodies. So yes, I would call this an emergency. And also, I am not sure if any of our ghouls should be close to what's happening. But I would like some eyes on this before I arrive.
Of course. Miss Price, consider it done. I'll make sure none of yours are harmed.
Thank you. Hi.
Before you switch over to I think the princess, one quick question for the Primogen. Would you object if I contacted my house wizard? She might be of some assistance in the lines of magic, if that would be needed. Or would you prefer the less clan affiliated expert on magical affairs that I have knowledge of?
Maybe the latter. For now.
I'll call her then.
As he picks up and he calls and he hears Emma say, "What's up, dog?" The camera's gonna cut out. The autumn night is staring at the thing, And then he gets the realization, what it is he's staring at. Oh, how clever. Oh, how clever indeed, you sneaky little thing, hiding in plain sight. It's a little djinn, isn't it? Putting itself in a human girl. God knows how long it's been there and how old this girl really is. She's a bottle after all. And the djinn doesn't want to be in the bottle, the djinn wants to be reborn. It's a fire djinn. Pissed off fire djinn.
Now, me as a player don't know the answer, so I assume. So it was just what I'm gonna ask. Would it be absolute suicide to go into the room and talk to this thing?
I
Like,
would very
for-
much advocate
for the-
for you to have a way out, because if it uses it's very hardcore magic that will hurt you.
Yeah.
Will hurt you.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Cannot. You have no defenses to this type of magical power except for dodging but you
Yeah.
can, of course you can. It's like what you are. It's just different.
Yeah.
Because it's riding, unwillingly so, Callisto.
Because I'm outside the building looking in, I'm gonna use hole in the wall and open up and sort of just go into the room without having to break any window or anything. Slip in and stand there and go, alright, this is not how we were gonna solve everything. If you calm down for a moment, let's talk. I can help.
It smacks its lips. That belongs to this beautiful thing that is Callisto. I would hope that you would know better by now, Faye, to mess with the likes of me. You don't belong here.
I don't, I know. But I am here. I am not here to mess with you. So, I will try to help you. Because right now I'm in a situation where I need these things, and it just gestures to sort of down, like, the floor.
As you do so, you
see.
see another human, like, stabs himself in the heart and like, calls out to the gods. And you see the djinn smiles as it feeds on another soul. I'm done with this fucking scheming. These undeads, they were supposed to serve a purpose. I needed the pit to be rid of this thing.
What if
How the
I...
fuck are you gonna help me? You're just a castaway.
For now, but soon I am to be a king. I hold sway and will hold powers, and if you do not get in my way, I will help you in return.
You boast about a kingdom in the human plane. Do you know what I am? I control the elements itself. To be free. To be my natural self is all that I want and crave, and this place has the capability of giving it to me. But these undead things keep on getting in my fucking way. So I'm gonna teach them a little lesson.
All I ask is that you do not make the lesson too harsh, so that it will stop my plans.
Ah, clever, Faye.
In that way, as long as you do not hinder my plans.
I intend to burn this house to the ground.
Tonight! And it sort of gets like a little annoyed, just like, now!
I would suggest you get your meat puppet and run.
Are you... The husk you in this place, you cannot use that for anything?
This, I'm trapped within it.
No, not that thing. There is another thing here belonging to an old god in ways.
Which thing?
I didn't have too much time to question, as when I was learning this, I was running a stake through the heart of one of these dead things.
We are not so different then.
I have an end goal. These are merely pawns, and if they get in my way, I will help you. I will gladly help you burn the city down if that's what it takes. But there is power here that can be used, and if you turn everything and everyone against us, I will not have a chance to get a hold of the things that I need.
You see the
And the
room.
holes.
It's like a perpetual now, like a swirl of the gas, and you see the heat, and you see the little Ifrit Jinn, like little fire streaks like you do, as it like stares out at Callisto.
Oh, I'm well aware that this place is probably gonna blow up real soon, which is why he's getting a little nervous.
I'm not. Like pauses.
There is a thing that belongs to one of the dead ones. It has old magic written on it. It is a chalice or container. It belongs to the one who also has one of my father's tomes.
You know, I do not wish another bottle.
No, but in ways of transfer, in the transfer there is often weakness, and I am sure if you want to break free...
Smash the bottle. Is that what you're whispering to me, Faye? Oh, we're gonna roll on that. You see some... But I'm tired of these games I have tried so many times, decades.
Yes, but you have done so alone. I recently learned, well, very recently, that the despite and being trapped alone makes things bitter, makes it poison, makes it so much harder. Allow yourself assistance.
You want to help me rid me of my chains?
If it gets in the way of the dead ones, it's a bonus for me. But I need them for tonight.
On that note, we're gonna spin out back into the dead ones.
Amber.
Yeah.
Things are
Old dog, what's up?
Things are happening at the Y, the hotel that belongs to Siobhan Price. Bad things. Magical things.
How bad? How bad?
I understand there are a group of people, followers of Casa, ritualistic murdering each other. Somehow fueling some sort of magical thingamabob.
They're killing themselves.
Yes.
You hear she's scribbling down. What can I do?
Could you go down there? Not into the hotel, I do not wish to put you in harm's way, but to observe from a distance. I'll text you a phone number for my security dealer, keeping it under surveillance. Do not go too close. I've been reliably informed that there are... The magic there will have great influence upon humans, that it might take control of them or influence them in some sort of way. So be careful. But if you can observe from a distance and see if you can try to understand what on earth is going on.
Okay.
And potentially how we could possibly stop it.
I'll go immediately. Don't worry about it. I'm on it. If it's magic,
careful.
I'm gonna figure it out.
Thank you. Then he hangs up. And carefully and slowly he'll put down his phone and exchange it from one third one, another one. And he'll fire off a little text, just quietly and comfortably.
Okay, I'm observing this. Just-
Oh yeah, but I'm keeping it so you can't read what he's texting.
I just rolled 7 goddamn successes on my dices for awareness. So I
Well,
don't
he's
know.
texting and he's hiding it very
Yes,
evidently.
okay, fine. But I,
Yep.
yes.
And he just texts.
Reflection in his eyes, I don't know.
And he just texts. It's a simple
You can
enough
touch
text.
him.
It's just
Use
a.
power.
Oh,
He just text it carefully, says,
that's me.
Kit Kat, stay away from the Y. Something bad is going down there. But if your adversaries within your order should find themselves wanting to check it out, maybe you should let them go. And the text said.
On that note, which would be the last little scene of this episode, which is the second to last episode of The Guest. There's only one more.
Just don't burn it down before season 3, please.
You can rebuild it.
That will be a little cutscene. Through the Y, up to the holiest of places for Shiv. He stands there, looking at his child. Love, are you sure? They are screaming love. It needs to be this way, if there is ever a chance. Him? Them? You sure? I trust you always. I love you always. When the time comes, she'll be there. Trust in what we did. As you wish, my love. And for that. And for all. Goodbye. And that will be the last little cutscene.
How many freaking people are going in and out of this room? God damn it! They are not invited.
You can
You know what you
doors.
have up
I
there,
know,
right?
I know, but it's mine. It's my toy.
Greedy, greedy booba. Greedy, greedy booba. Damn! Yeah, alright. So now you guys...
Things are heating up.
Oh! Caliente! So
Muy
Callisto is
caliente.
spicy in more ways than one, y'all!
Oh my
How
god,
the
like
hell
I've
does
been
this?
rolling
What is this?
like composure this entire time because Marianne was not cool as a cucumber. Fucking hell.
Did you guys see this
I
one
can't believe
coming?
that. I can't believe that Callisto is gonna end up being Shiv's downfall and not mine.
I hate you all.
Well, now...
I'm trying to save your place.
I know, and I
okay?
love you, okay?
Yeah.
Kind of. I don't know.
I will sell everything you have. You know?
All the gnomes in the pockets. Gnomes in the pockets. I hope that was a little bit illuminating of what the guests really were.
One little cat's paw and a one big cat.
There were
Yeah.
so many nice things that you've said through Callisto. Like, yeah. Beautiful figuring out finally what she is.
But I'm just telling you, this is not even near to what the worst thing she's done as a storyteller.
Oh no, this is just a booba. This is a baby. So this is
Oh
like,
yeah.
No.
Hold on to you.
We have season 3 coming up, right?
I mean,
yeah.
this is just the spark that will light the fire that's gonna burn down the city. You know?
And I love how the Autumn Knight is just leaning in and making his life so freaking complicated. It's like, we'll do this together.
Yeah, he's just like, I'm already fucked, so god damn it, I need this, because you're fucking up my shit, and I can't have that, so let's get deeper.
Yeah, that's like, let's get knee high into this
Yeah.
thing's problems. Like, let's wow to help this.
Yeah, sure. I think the Autumn Knight is gonna become probably the therapist of daggers at some point.
On with the glasses. Tell me now, old ancient thingamabob. How have you been feeling lately?
Yeah, everything that's old, ancient, and angry and doesn't want to be here. Just we'll have a support group on Tuesdays.
I have a solution for you, Mariana. And you're saying 2 words: Stinger missile.
Again,
Just give the word a little. I mean, it might hurt the tell a little bit, but.
But you're gonna murder Callisto. Callisto's just she is a
Yeah,
innocent.
she might be innocent, but not the thing, right?
Yeah, but I mean, I can't help it. Christopher got a 6 on his resolve versus composure.
What's up with your people and riding people?
She's already given him confirmation of what he
Smart.
already knew
Okay.
how to get rid of Nikita. He knows how to do it now. He just needs to find a way to do it.
Ooh, Christopher, that's cold. Tie-hi. Ooh.
Like I said, personal is not the same as important.
Okay. So debut.
And I still won't
Debut
get
is-
a new Sam.
Should Callista make it out? Or
Yes.
Or should
she
we
not?
make out?
Or should-
Come on, I already got a freeze up picked
Dirty
out.
boy.
I don't know. I'm in the mood today.
he's something today. He's frisky.
Yes.
He's a frisky fae, as they sometimes are. My players, thank you so much. This story has been so freaking fun, by the way, guys. It's been a hell of a ride, and yeah, it's fun.
It's not over yet.
Well, just a tiddly, it's tiddly boops, but just a part of a grander scheme. But the guest story is almost at its conclusion. But as you guys know, there's more schemes and more horrible stuff because it's a clusterfuck of fun. And as I said, season 3 is gonna be bananas, but fun. Bananas, but
And I'm just like digging the shiv drive, like 1 inch at a time.
Well,
Fuck,
yeah,
no.
well, like all of you guys are. It's like, I love it, you masochists. I'm here for it. It's like here's
You got a
something
plot,
horrible,
you got a
and
plot
you
next to
like.
me, Shiv. You can get a plot next to me.
You're standing there with shovels. I'm like, no. Let me get an excavator. We'll do this properly.
I love it. It's horrible, but it's fun. But thank you, players. You guys are amazing. You make this incredibly fun. You are yes and all the way, and thank you for the trust. I do very much appreciate it. And to viewers, thank you so much for your comment, likes, and follows. Your engagement means the world to us, and just to see a new name commenting, we are like texting each other.
Who are
gay as
you?
hell. Who are you? Why are you coming in? And not to put you on blast, but we love it. Wherever you are this time around, and if you are viewing and you want to say something, please do. We appreciate everything, good, bad, or indifferent. We're here for it. And on that note, until next time, take care of one another and stay safe, because I know my players will not.
You better believe. Wait, what?
Bye.
Bye.
That was not to you, that was to Katarina.
Bye.